Hello everybody, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. Ooh, zombie survival. Anyways, so one thing I didn't show you guys last time I wanted to go over real quick. You have that torch. You're not always going to have a fire going in here to keep lighting. So one thing I do recommend is throwing your torch in here. You basically just grab it, right click it, and it'll attach to the wall. So that'll keep light in here even when you're not having a fire going to cook something. One thing I did want to go over because we didn't get over it last time, I'm going to make the crossbow. We're going to make the crossbow and get that going as far as we're going to get some hunting in today. We're going to go over. We're going to go over some different combat styles, different things you can do in order to survive. Obviously, last time we just built ourselves a shelter to survive day one. Now we're going to go over combat to survive day one. We built the axe. That'll let you survive a little bit. You want to keep your distance from the zombies as much as possible because you don't want to get infected. So we're going to go over some ranged weapons as well. And I'm going to go over a couple ways to fight zombies effectively, sort of, so that you don't get infected as much. Because once you have infection, your stamina decreases, you can't run away as far, you can't run away as effectively as you need to sometimes. Obviously, if you're just killing stuff straight up, you're not worried about running. But, again, we just want to make sure you can survive, because that's all this is about, right? Zombie survival, not zombie dying to, or zombie murdering, or it's about survival. So, anyway, so let's see about... Perfect. We got the stick. So again, the recipe for the crossbow is this. You throw this in this. Boom, you got a crossbow. Perfect. Once you have the crossbow, you're going to want to build out the arrows, which I'll show you that in a little bit once that gets built. We're going to put this and this. I looted this wooden club, by the way, just kind of running around. Looting some of the trash piles. So you will find weird stuff like that, and I would just recommend using it for melee. But anyway, so we have sticks, we've got some sharp stones, and we have some feathers. I've got quite a few feathers just from looting birds' nests and things like that, but that'll create an arrow, and it kind of makes sense. The feathers, the fletching, the sticks, obviously the shaft, and the sharp stones, the end. So we're going to craft those up. And then we'll go over some combat. Now, the crossbow is the most effective, besides like the sniper rifle, the most effective weapon. It'll get you headshots, one-shot headshots with pretty much anything out there. If you're even the cops, once you get to the, what do you call that? The I don't know what you call that. The desolated areas. So anyways, we're gonna grab those now. I can make more sticks because I have some more logs, so I'm gonna do that real quick, but I've got enough arrows. I got 38. That'll be good enough for a just tutorial type thing. So now I've got some crossbow bolts, I've got my crossbow. Let's go out and see if we can find us some food, because again, I'm starving and thirsty again. So we're going to try to, obviously survival is about taking care of your needs. One of the first needs is food and water. So we're going to, oh, see, look right there. Perfect example. We've got a pig. Now if you see that pig way out there, we're going to try to, oh, got him. And it's a, if you crouch, you get the sneak damage bonus. Especially if you're not detected by whatever you're trying to hit. So there you go. That's food right there. I found a pig. One-shotted him with the crossbow. Perfect. Exactly what you want to see. I'm going to loot everything except for the bone. Now the bone does have a purpose. You can make a bone shiv out of it. Which a bone shiv is an okay weapon just to start you out. But that's a good melee weapon. But I hate using them because you have to get way close. The reach is not very good. But anyway, so now we've got some food. We've got, oh, let's grab those. Let's throw those in there and make sticks with them. But Now we got some food. We got 11 raw pork out of that one pig. He was a fatty, that one. I did see this bag over here, so I am going to loot that so nobody in the comments wigs out and says, hey, you missed a bag, you missed a bag. Ooh, and I got a hunting rifle stock, some red denim pants, and 2 large beef rations. That's a pretty handsome bag. Gave me some canned goods, and that's good because if you look, just kind of showing you, one thing the beef or the meat does do once you've hunted is it gives you this debuff at the bottom, and it's emitting smell. You are carrying something that smells and attracts zombies, stored in a container. Wise sage advice. You do want to put that stuff in a case if possible, and I'll show you how to make a storage bin today anyways. So one thing I do want to do, since I didn't mark it, is you want to set, if you don't have a bed yet, you'll want to mark where your house is, because there's no marker for where you've built a campfire, where you've built a structure. Simply put, you have to put a marker on there. Once you get a bed of some sort, and you put it in here, whether it's a sleeping bag, mattress, whatever it is, it will mark a home on the map. But for now, again, we just got in, we don't have a bed yet. You will want to get a bed soon, because without a bed, if you die, you spawn in basically a random fashion. So, anyways, we got the food. Let's get our water taken care of. Well, we're going to take that out. But, so we've got these. I've looted quite a few glass jars here. But in order to get your thirst up, the first thing you can do to get that up is fill the jars. You can fill the jars with water from any pond, any source. I'm getting a lag spike here, but hopefully it'll pass here soon. It's just wigging out a little bit for us, so you can see the waves kind of lurching. Anyway, so you can get water from and put them in one of your cases. The other thing you can do is go straight up to the water with an open hand and right click, and it will drink. Now you'll notice that I'm eating, I mean, you can look at the water, it looks pretty gross. But if you look at my debuff bar now, I have dysentery, which gives you a -1 stamina every 1 second. So I'm losing stamina every second now. If you've looted, I think it's vitamins. Yep, if you've looted some vitamins, you can take those and it'll get rid of your dysentery. Also, you can make goldenrod tea, which requires that, and some water. But now I'm not thirsty anymore. I've cured myself of dysentery. I'm not thirsty anymore. But I do have this meat on me that is emitting a smell, and zombies will react to it. They'll come after me knowing or smelling that I've got that. So one thing we want to do is build ourselves some sort of container to store the things in. Now, to do that, you'll grab this pattern here, and it will create you a large or a secure storage chest. In multiplayer, you can lock these and stuff, so those are, I mean, good to go. But we're going to put this one right here by the door. We'll leave this side open for a bed of some sort. But anyway, so now you've got this. You can throw whatever you want in here. I'm going to throw this stuff because I'm not using it yet. But you definitely want to keep this stuff around. Put the more important stuff over here. But yeah, now I've got a nice place to store some stuff. Get rid of it out of my bag so I can carry whatever I want. Obviously, we want to put the raw pork in here. We're going to take out 2 pieces, though. Well, 3. We'll do 3 pieces. But we're going to put all this stuff away, anything that I'm not using right now, because it just gets to started to clutter up your inventory, and there's no real need for it. I'm going to keep the logs or the blocks, because if a zombie comes and does destroy your house or destroy certain blocks, you have to be able to replace them. So throw that stuff in there. We're gonna get everything we can in here, basically. I've got a hunting rifle barrel and a stock. All I need is the loader, or whatever you want to call it, and we're good to go. So now that I've got a fire here, I want to cook this meat. I put a stick in there because then you can raw pork, make charred pork. So I'm going to do that with 3 of these in order to get my hunger bar up. There will be better cookware as you go along. You can build yourself a grill with iron, which is the best one for meat. You can get, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a pot or a pan. And that'll let you cook things like, it'll let you actually boil your water. Let you boil your water so it'll become just a bottle of water instead of murky water, which is obviously better for you. But we're going to put this stuff in there, and we're going to eat it real quick so we don't get too many zombies attracted to us. But we just want to hurry up and get our hunger bar up. So now I'm well above half hunger and half thirst. Needs taken care of. But this episode wasn't really about that, so we're going to go hurry up and go see if we can get some zombie fighting action going on. I just want to go back to the road, so we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way. Obviously you want to look for any bags, because the bags are the best way to get, at this point, get guns, firearms. The bags will get you all sorts of crazy stuff as far as like clothing, like the armor that I got gloves and leg armor. So those get you going good. But yeah, let me get right back to you. I'm having a lag issue. I want to see if I can find the root cause so this video doesn't look too bad. So let me get right back with you. Okay, everybody, it looks like I found the source of the lag. It looks like my computer is set up to upload a video to YouTube right now, and I had to pause that. So we should be good on lag. It might just be a little bit residual lag, but for the most part, we should be good to go. So we're going to find some zombies to beat up for some combat training, per se. I'm just going to go through a little bit of tactics that I use. So the first one for melee, and this is for any melee weapon, I like to use the dive and dash method, as I call it. You hit them, you back off, you hit them, you back off, you hit them, you back off. So there's that method. That method, for me, works the best. For some people may not. So the other method I have found people using is the circle method. I have a harder time with this one, but I've seen it done quite a few times, and if you can do it right, you can hit more times in a shorter period of time. Let me get these guys dead real quick. I just need one example. I'm better again at the dive and run method. So yeah, I always make sure to loot these because they have stuff like wood in them, and it's really helpful sometimes to get those extra resources. But again, so the circle method works like this. Most of the time, okay, that was a bad example because most of the time you're not going to have them actually hit you because they have to adjust their view of you. Again, I'm not very good at this, but I was watching a video the other day of somebody doing this method, and it worked really well for them. So it's kind of like that. Obviously, my method was a little bit slower than that, or the way I was able to do it there. But anyway, so that's that. So those are the two methods that I have seen used. Obviously, you can just go all out on them, but you're risking your health at that point. Then we're going to go into the ranged weapon. So obviously you have the sights. So the sights when you're kneeling is the eyeball thing, and it can get a little bit hairy as to where like the aiming's hard. When you've got a hole, that's kind of in the way, if I'm honest with you. The whole, I'm going to get rid of this iron. Actually, let's put this here, throw this one away. It's kind of in the way. I don't like the fact that they decided to like, I think they should do like a buff. So, like in some games, when you are visible, it will have, it'll have an eye down here, and when you're visible or being tracked or detected or whatever, you know, the eye will open or it'll close, or it could be up here somewhere. But having it as the sight is kind of a pain. It's and this is just my opinion. You may not have the same opinion, but I find it annoying that it's like the eye and trying to find the center of it sometimes when you're on the move, trying to run or trying to get them on the run. So that's personal preference, of course. You choose how you want to play the game. Things may not bother you the same as they bother me. Anyways, so we're just going to throw this stuff in here. Let's see what we can get rid of. So one thing I do want to say, I did die. So I went AFK looking for the search to my figuring out what the heck was going on with the lag, and so I went AFK for a little bit and died. So I did have to run back to my house here, and on the way I did get some things like these pistol receivers, this shotgun receiver, a couple other things just along the way, not on purpose, but I did get them. So just kind of a heads up if you see those things in my inventory and they're like, wait, you just barely reloaded back in, it's because I had to run back to my body and get my pack and stuff. So anyway, so getting back to combat real quick, the only other thing I want to bring up is with range combat, we'll find ourselves a couple guys to bug here, but with range combat you have the sight, and it's a red dot sight with your crossbow. You can use it. It's pretty effective. If you aim at it, it's going to hit it where you aimed at it. It's not. I don't know if there's very much drop. I haven't seen any. But again, you want to go for headshots. Headshots will kill most of things in one hit. If you go for body shots, it'll take like 3 shots. I'll just show that. If I go for a body shot, oh yeah, there's 1. Sometimes it'll only take 2, but it's just depending. I've had it take 3 shots before, so. Anyways, you don't really want to make it force that, so there's that. You always want to aim for a headshot. So, aiming when you're not. Ooh, I want to look through this. When you're not looking down the sights. Oh, I don't have anything on my chest. Let's put these in there, and then we'll put this tank top on. Beautiful purple tank top. My style. So anyway, so if you're not going to aim down the sight, the sights are off. If you're just looking at it, you're not going to hit the target. Let me find a guy and I'll show you what I mean. You're not going to hit right on. So let me find somebody here. Apparently they don't want to be seen. I've killed quite a few of them in this area, so it could be just that I've killed most of the stuff that's spawned right now. Just gotta find me a guy and I'll show you the sights. The problem I have with the sights right now, and it's with guns, with crossbows, all of that stuff, all exactly the same story. Did I search through this bag? Yeah, I did. Okay, there's a guy right there. Okay, so there's a guy right here, right? He's coming at me. If I shoot him, chances are I'm not gonna hit him where I'm aiming. So like if I shoot him in the head, it's going to go to the right. Did you see it? If you see it, it goes to the right when I'm aiming at his head. It doesn't hit him at all. So what I found is if you put the crosshair right-hand side, the bar there on the right side, on their head, generally you'll hit. And it's obviously not 100% because it's a little bit off, but again, you put the bar, you line your sight up with the edge of the right side crossbar. You line it up with the little right side right there. I wish it would let me see it while I was, I had my mouse out, but anyways, yeah, so you just line it up there. When you're running, you can line it up. Let me kill this elk real quick, or deer, or stag, I guess I should say. So yeah, if you're running and you have the crosshairs big, you'll want to aim just to the left of the crossbar there, and you'll generally get it. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. If you don't want to aim down the sights, I can generally hit with that method or that knowledge. I can generally hit about 90% accuracy on the go. Obviously, when you're running, you're going to be a little bit less accurate, but anyways, again, if I zoom in a little bit, I can hit. You know, I don't have to really sight in 100% to get that to go pretty accurately. I don't have to iron sight it. And I don't like to iron sight it because it narrows your vision quite a bit. So, again, that's just personal preference. You can sight in and you're going to be a lot more accurate than me, or you can take my advice and aim to the right a little bit, and you can do pretty damn good. So that's pretty much it for combat. When we get to when I get some guns available, we'll go into that, and I'll show you the kind of the off aim there. But one last thing I do want to show you is we made the house, but if you haven't found a bed yet, now this is the problem. I told you that you don't respawn. Oh, leather tanning, I need that. Let's get rid of these pants real quick. Let's learn that. If you get books, you just right-click to learn them. There's no need to have 2 pairs, so I'm gonna do that. But anyways, that's how you learn those. But let me show you this. So we didn't find a bed. You may find a bed in a house. Just take it and use it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just do that. You do have to pick it up and then place it yourself to get it to work. Otherwise, it does nothing. You don't respawn there. But if you pick it up and do it yourself, you can go ahead and do that. So perfectly fine. So the one thing I did want to show you is if you don't find a bed, you can use cotton, and it's 2 pieces for 1. So 2 cotton makes 1 cloth fragment. And then you can search for sleeping bag. And do this. And this is just if you don't find a bed, because you don't want to die and spawn somewhere random. You want to spawn where you were going to, where you built your house, because otherwise you spawn in, the middle of nowhere, and you have to run back to your body. You have nothing on you. You get into where I was spawning over and over again, or spawning currently, was the wasteland, and the wasteland has really bad mobs in there. So I didn't want to show you myself die there a couple times. Obviously, I'm not a pro by any means, but I did not want to just sit there and let you guys watch me die over and over if that was going to be the case. It really only took me like 2 tries, but anyway, so yeah, you don't want to spawn out in the middle of nowhere, especially if you're in somewhere like that, and you have to trek for miles. So if you look at my minimap, this is where my house is. I spawned up here. So that was a good long trip. It did let me discover a desert, which gives you some stuff you need for your aloe vera and stuff like that, I think. But anyway, so that's that. I built this. Let's go ahead and put it down. Perfect. So now we've got a bed, and if you look on the compass at the bottom down here, now there's a home. So that's my home. Now when I die, it'll ask me where I want to spawn. Do I want to spawn on my bedroll, near my bedroll, all that good stuff. So now I'm just going to cook up all of this meat here that I got. And it'll tell you the time. I need 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm going to need a little bit more than that, so I'm going to do that, and then put in 2 boards to get to 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Perfect. Now that charred pork will pop out, and once that gets going, we'll have all that good food going. So I'm going to put this venison in here. We're just going to cook up the pork for now. Put some of the stuff away. And next time we'll go over and we'll go loot a town. I'll find a town before the stream, or before the video, because it can take a lot of time to find a town. It's really just searching through everything to try to find out where that stuff is spawning for you. So definitely don't want to make you sit there and watch it. So next time I'll learn where a city is, and we'll go over clearing out a city, you know, some of the loot you can find in the city or in a town, things like that. So until next time, guys, I'll see you all later, and happy crafting. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it, slap that thumbs up. If you didn't, slam the thumbs down. Comment on this video, you can tweet at me, you can also message me on Twitch, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. The links to those will be down in the description.